Hi, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't really have a whole lot of plans, or I don't have a whole lot of plans is what I'm going to say, but I have a lot of things I could be doing. And I might have had a little bit of happy juice earlier, so I'm a little out of it, but not that out of it. Hello, Tano. Hello, Buck. Hello, Jack. Hello, Weaver. Hello, Skybaker. Hello, Bunny Day. I did nothing, and I had pizza because it is apparently National Deep Dish Pizza Day as well, or something, and I got one of those. Dare I post one of the really messy picture? Dare I post the messy picture? I guess I might as well. Where did I take a picture of it? Like a true Midwesterner, that's right. Oh, let me squeeze right by you and get the deep dish. Oh well, I've taken a screen cap now, so I might as well share. I only had a fourth of it. How terribly messy. It's probably in his blood. I don't know. Oh, does this have a reflection on me? I didn't notice that until now. There's it's silverware. It's silverware. Am I reflected here? Am I reflected here? Enhance. Just kidding, don't enhance. I don't think there's anything there. I narrowly avoided it. Are you recording it? Don't fire a missile on me or anything. Don't fire any missiles on me. Hello, Normal. Hello, Jules. Yeah, this was kind of a messy deep dish pizza. The weird kind of pizza that's like, well, there's cheese on the top you can see, but really there's more cheese on the bottom, and then there's sauce on top of it because it's authentic deep dish. Today happens to be apparently also National Deep Dish Pizza Day for some reason, so I was like, well, I don't know, I guess I will. In addition to that, I had bruschetta. Your true form, it's a peach. What? What's that about my peach? I said nothing about my peach. Oh, thank you for the... I need to make that bigger. Oh my gosh. Does it say 6 or does it say 8? I need to make that notification bigger. Oh, it says 6. Thank you so much for the... Wait, tier 3? Why tier 3? Whoa, it's so helpful. Why tier 3? Whoa. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 6 months. Thank you. Should probably make that notification a little bigger. If I could perhaps find it anywhere. I don't think I can, though. It's not actually raining today. I don't know why the background is rainy. I want it to be rainy, so I'm gonna make it rainy. I'll leave it this way for spring, because I want April showers for me, flowers or something. Hello, Crojon. It was actually rainy here today. Dang, I'm jealous. I mean, I can't go into the rain because I'll literally melt. I'm part cat type and part fire type, so that's like a 4 times weakness for me. I don't know how to drop back to tier 1. Does Twitch not let you? That's messed up if Twitch doesn't let you drop it down to tier 1. I'm literally gonna send a message to Mr. Twitch and say, stop screwing things up. If I could, I would go running in the rain. That's crazy. I would literally melt. Okay, enough pizza. Pesky lightning. Every time I take a shower when it's raining or lightning outside, I always wonder, is this how I die? And then it doesn't happen. Okay, so there's like 5 different songs I could continue working on today. There's like 5 different songs I could work on. And I don't know which one to do. I gotta expand on one of them though. Which one do I go with? Well, let me run through the Bears. The bears. Oh no, the Midwesternness is starting to run off on me. Well, that is kind of messed up. Still messed up. It's blocking me. Literally blocking me. What the heck? I don't think this is the window I'm looking for. Where would the window go? It'll go behind me. So it'll be over here. Oh, it's actually pretty simple. Dang it. There goes my excuse to go send an angry... There goes my excuse to go send an angry hate mail to Twitch CEO. No, 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 no. I need to get a new one of these. It's playing in the background. I don't need the top of this thing. I'll just throw this here. I don't need... I can cover more of this here. I want a little more to show up in the background though. I'll just run with this for now. Whatever. No, you're right. Angry letter to big corpo. I would do that for free for a lot of corpos. Okay. I don't know if this is the one I'm gonna continue working on. This was a silly little EDM I made last month. Okay, well, this was the almost like the silly little trance music that I made like a month ago. I posted this on Blue Sky and Discord also. Maybe I should post it on Twitch somewhere or Twitter somewhere, but wait, it's not showing. No? There you go, Pillow Glax here. This mixing isn't exactly wonderful. Got a little crunchy. A little crunchy. And then a slightly more lower, I don't know how to call this, more Deus Ex kind of like BGM because I was in that mood for a little bit. Might open the window real quick. It's a little more warm today. I like to think this has a little bit of like a early 2000s sci-fi game kind of vibe to it. Windy and cool. I could go for that. I could go for that. There's a lot of mixing I could definitely do a lot better with this. Now, around this measure, I know I made it take like a happier turn I think I used a music theory thing called the Picardy third, where you basically just switch from the... You basically just switch the current chord to a major chord from like a minor chord to a major third. So it's got this like mysterious like vibe, and then suddenly it's like happier for some reason. Picardy third mention. I know a little bit of music theory. A little bit of music theory. Not enough to go rating orchestras, but a little bit. Zero Escape OC for the first half, not gonna lie. Really? Interesting. I'll take that as a compliment. I think this was a bit more modern sounding than certain stuff. I recently just played Deus Ex before this, and I was really into that vibe, but also admittedly the kind of technology used here is a little different, I think. I know Deus Ex, as well as some stuff around that period, like Unreal Tournament, used a lot of tracker stuff with a lot of samples. Whereas this is all just one big synthesizer, basically. This is all just one big synthesizer. That's kind of specifically dedicated for this kind of music, but... One thing that's funny is this instrument over here, it was used in Metroid Prime, so... I wonder if I can, like, actually... What note was this? G4, so... It's gonna be a little hard to make out, I think, but... I know that I'm pretty sure this one was used in Metroid Prime somewhere, so this particular synth was used in Metroid Prime, so I was kind of like interested in this. I wonder what stuff was used on Zero Escape. Oh wait, Zero Escape, that's... Oh, that's different from what I was thinking. Yeah, Zero Escape is the one that was on... Was that on the DS, or am I thinking of something else? Zero Escape... Yeah, that was the DS one, I think. Yeah. What was I thinking of? Yeah. That kind of music I'm a big fan of. What am I thinking of, like, then? Oh, I was probably... I don't know why I was thinking of Gravity Rush. I never played Gravity Rush. Hello, Dionysus. Yeah, I don't know. The same chord progression is like, I don't know. The two halves are a little different, I think. Well, of course, it's like the same chord progression. It's the same chord progression of 4 chords just repeated. It's like... What the heck was it? It was like Looks like it was basically just a, kind of like a G sus4, followed by a G sus4, followed by a C sus4, and then a B sus... No, that's just a B flat major. Good, have it from the pizza. Yeah, I made sure not to overeat, and I'm okay right now. I did not overeat. G, B flat, da, da. Okay, so this was just turning... Okay, so basically... what was I doing here? I don't remember what I was doing here. I don't actually know what I was doing here. Oh, I like the vibe here, but like... I could imagine this being the same song, but I feel like it's too abrupt of like a change. There needs to be another part in the middle somewhere. I don't know what I would do, but I think I should, like, put another part in between these sections. I will, however, put a pin in that and return to it later. What was I working on the other day, on last Sunday? I want to keep working on this, though, because I feel like this could be a good, nice, like, beer back BGM or something, but... I don't know. One thing I might do today is try to transfer one of the Ableton projects I was working on to Cubase, which would be a little bit annoying, but it could be something of like a work stream to observe, I guess. Hello, Tana. I think it was this one right here. Is this gonna work? I wonder, it's a real question. Gotta get rid of the echo. I don't know why the echo just keeps defaulting on this marimba and this kalimba, this malimba. Yeah, so last Sunday I came up with like 2 different themes. I'll lower the tempo real quick to like 140, I think is what it was. Where I had this like little... And then I had this weird little techno thingy. And then, yeah, I have a weird hobby lately that is just, combining a marimba and a kalimba, and I'll see how far this idea goes, but I like the combination. Like, if I mute everything else here... Well, it's a little hard to hear, I think. It's a little quiet. I'll raise the volume here a little bit. So just the marimba. I guess the marimba and the kalimba combined add like a extra wooden, like, something. They're as loud as they can get though. I can't really raise the volume on that a little more. Or I guess I could. I could just lower the volume of the glockenspiel and then raise the volume of the Yamaha. Yeah, like that. Another one is adding a, it's called a glockenspiel for some reason, which is like a really bell over transient. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not really sure of the I'm kind of new to sound design and stuff, as I only really learned the word transient like relatively recently. That might be it actually though, yeah. I combined that with nothing. I think I was combining it with piano at some point. Don't know, the piano is like dead for some reason. Why is the piano dead? Oh my gosh. Why? Oh, why? Study Tuhu terms more. What's Tuhu? Was it my subtitles being weird again? Percussive term. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to percussion too. I'm a little... Yeah, why Toho? Why Toho? Why is the piano, like, dead here? It should be playing. Oh, because I have the brightness all the way down, that's why. I don't know why that is a thing, but... I'm gonna delete this here. I don't know why I need this, like, filter stuff here. I'll just raise it to the very top. Huh? I don't know why. Attack or something? Something's getting messed up here. Uses the term transient often, does it? Well, I played a bunch of Tohos back in my day, and I don't know any of that. I was trying to think of the Steamed Ham's response. Yeah, well, I live in Utica, and I haven't heard of the expression. I guess it's an Albany expression. That might be why. Oh, I love this weird random issue I just run into with my hardware synthesizers where it's just like one One particular instrument is just like dead for some reason. It just doesn't play anymore. I don't know why. The MIDI is getting sent over, so I don't really know what's going on here. The volume is all the way up too. Very peculiar. What's the red S for? Solo. The red S is for solo, so it's the only instrument that will play. It can be a little buggy sometimes though, so... Okay, it's clearly working. Okay, I don't really know why, but sometimes S and M don't work very... Oh, I bet it's because when I hit the solo here, it mutes the whole category. That doesn't... No. No, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's so weird. Oh well. Well, how peculiar that was related to the issue after all. How silly. Well, I don't need the piano after all. Just unmute the rest. Still don't know how I feel about this drum machine I got a while ago. There was an expansion for one of the synths that I used. Well, anyways, that was 2 of 3 ideas, and the last one from the last stream was this over here. Will this work the way... I did some playing with it off stream. I don't know if this is gonna sound the way I'm expecting it to, but... It's pretty close to what I was thinking. I changed the instrument to something else. I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's going to... Well, anyways, I raised the tempo, so I'm getting mentally used to the tempo being higher here. I'm clearly still new to the whole idea of messing with these so-called resonance filters to play with like certain saw kind of sounds. I'm clearly addicted to a few ideas here. Hello, Mayhem. Yes, musicking a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean the whole time. I don't know how to feel about this particular patch here though, because in the last stream it was more, I had it as like just a pure simple saw wave, basically. This is number 7. What does this do? What is this one? I just have it as super saw slow. That could be pretty okay, actually. I'm just gonna call that. I'm gonna go with the super slow patch there. I'm gonna lower that to super slow. It seems like this all has a much quicker decay, so I'm just gonna... Some of these extra like stop gaps that I created, I'm just gonna get rid of them, so there's a little bit less dead space. I don't know exactly how I did this, but I'm gonna guess if I get rid of these, then it's gonna sound... No, I want a little more. I want the stop gaps back. Okay, well. There's some like road construction going on. Right. Now, what did I do? I just had the same verse being played without that saw synthesizer, so... No, I live in a pretty safe area. I don't have any issues. Like, it probably sounded like guns from afar, but it's not. And so I took that idea from the first idea, changed the melody a little bit, and now it's more like this. It's a little too loud actually now, I think. The saw's a little too loud. Now, I'm told I should believe that you can't necessarily just kind of keep mishmashing ideas of like little melodies here and there until it becomes a song. I'm told you probably shouldn't do that because it will sound really messy. So from like start to finish, it does feel a little messy. It does kind of feel a little contrived. Now the question is, do I want to keep working on this or should I like develop something? I don't know. What I do know is that there's a old drum and bass project I was working on a little while ago, and I gotta move it to this new doll I work on. I have an old project from Ableton. And I would like to move the stuff over to Cubase. What was it exactly? Was it March 16th for real? I guess it was. Okay. Now this is going to be a bit of a mess, I think. However, this is an entirely different project that I had going on a little while ago. I had this on stream 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, this was a D&B project I had 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I think it was 3 weeks ago now. Time flies. I don't know what kind of D&B to call this, necessarily. It's a little trippy. I feel like there's a lot of like missing middle on the frequency. Actually, there's no bass line at all. Where'd the bass line go? I gotta put a bass line in here. It is kind of an ice party cave now, yeah, maybe. Now, yeah. The issue is I need to, somehow port this over. And I don't know how to do that. Alright, well, I could start by doing a new project. Ambient jungle intelligent DMV. Yeah, the stuff that's on the YouTube playlist now. That's the kind of stuff I might want to do a little bit of as a hobby. Well, I'm doing all this as a hobby, but still. Clearly, I should make a lot of stuff in that kind of vein and then have like a single hour-long upload calling it 1 hour of VTuber's conception of ambient jungle intelligent DMB. No, I gotta throw the word liquid in there. Intelligent liquid DMB. Well, I think to call it liquid, you have to add like a few more pads in the background. Maybe no, probably not an acid base. No, I still don't know a good scenario to add like acid base into a song. Just a second here. That was March. This thingy here. Oh. And let's see, the question is, how am I going to pull this off? I need to copy these files somehow. Oh, let's see, how am I going to do that? Well, I suppose that's going to be the goal for today now, huh? Ha 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 ha. It's effectively a work stream, but there's some music in it occasionally. I guess that's how I'm going to describe. That's how I'm going to describe my what exactly I'm doing with these music streams. Are you wondering? Maybe. Are you winning? Hello, Shatter. Ambient jungle intelligent liquid DMB sounds like a statement concocted by AI, kind of like this. No. What it sounds like is Sonic and Knuckles, the Golden Climax Edition, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. In Knuckles. That's what it sounds like. Okay, well, I could at least go and get the two sample packs that I was using, which is, where exactly was I using that? I have no idea where I was using that. Drum break, Colossus, kick and snare. Oh, drum loops, here we go. Drum break, Colossus, kick and snare, 160 BPM. Sure. I don't know. Well, it sounds like it's random words smushed together. No, you. I'm definitely not getting distracted from projects I should be working on. Working on those projects could be a good thing, but also if you're looking for background noise or second monitor content, I appreciate being on that second monitor. Yeah, I do love 90s and 2000s music. I don't know how to... I'm kind of getting lazy at this point, just starting to think we should stop using retro as a term just because it's not very helpful for, like... As, like, retro games in particular kind of, like, just grows in scope. It starts to become a little unhelpful because to some people retro means NES and to some people retro means PlayStation 3, and those could be very night and day different. Vroom. And so it's like, you need more terminology, I think, in the middle. I'm thinking maybe Y2K could fit that gap, maybe. I don't know, though. Hello, Souffle. Hope the production is going well. Is this a continuation of last time projects? Well, yeah, kinda. I opened up last week's project and then I did like almost nothing with it. And then I'm going to the project the week before where I did some D&B and I'm gonna try and convert that from one project to another from one workstation to another. I guess in a way it's a continuation though, yeah. I don't know. Alternatively, we could just have like a term Retro 1 and Retro 2. We could have Retro 1 and Retro 2. Retro 1 is up until the N64. Retro 2 is everything after. Hello, Lockmaster. About to explode. I wanted a buffet with Mom and Grandma. All of us are in critical state. Food is good though. Oh, a buffet. I haven't gone to a buffet in so long. That happens in buffets for sure. Yeah, today it was National Deep Dish Pizza, so... Is this it? No, where is it? I had it. I had it a second ago. Where did I put the pizza? Where did I put the pizza at? Oh, here I think. Oh yeah, here you go. It is a National Deep Dish Pizza Day apparently. And so I went out to get a deep dish pizza. Crucially, I was smart. Because after 2 slices, I was like, if I want a 3rd slice. But if I go and get a 3rd slice, I'm going to be uncomfortably full later instead of just regular full. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait 5 minutes and drink water. And then see if I'm still hungry. And then I was like, not hungry. These stupid brains! These stupid brains! Brains are so stupid. They're so slow. You gotta wait like 5 minutes after eating food in order for your brain to be like, I think I'm full now. Dun, 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 dun. Pizza cat. Am I a pizza cat now? Is that what I am now? Drum break MGS tops. And then one more to copy over. He loves pizza so much. He always tries to open the box. Oh, I've been there. Yeah, I'm just kind of like that. Whenever I order a pizza, I always open the box. In order to eat the pizza. I never had deep dish. It's a kind of regional thing. I think it's much more common around Illinois and Wisconsin and Indiana. Maybe... Well, no, Michigan has its own type of thing. What's on the box? Me, because I'm eating that pizza. Now where is... What am I looking for? Console... Oh, here we go. Yeah. This one. Start up BIOS. There we go. Okay. Now the goal is to try to copy over all of this. All of these chops that I did, and I'm not looking forward to that even remotely. Not even remotely. Oh, this is gonna suck. Good lord, what is happening in here? Figured the West Coast wouldn't have it. Oh yeah, the West Coast definitely wouldn't. Or maybe you can find something close. There's a chain called Uno that might be over there, but my experience is it's kind of like a poor imitation, but it can get kind of close. The weird thing is there's usually going to be like sauce on the top and then cheese on the bottom for some reason. And that's going to be like, I don't think Uno does that. I went to heard a demo of the Korg M1 presets and forgot how good the pipe organ sounds. It's funny, when you mention the Korg 1 organ, I don't really think of the pipe organs. I think of the organ 2 that everyone knows. The like house music organ. The one that goes... I actually got that. 1 second. I have the VST for it. It's not showing up on screen, which is highly unfortunate. But I know the organ is like... Oh, where'd it go? Organ 1, was this it? Those are also something going on here. No, what am I thinking of? Organ 2. Oh, there it is. This one, yeah. That one. Very 90s, yeah. I don't know what kind of house music that was in, but I have not listened to nearly enough of that. Korg M1 could be a funny addition to this track now that I think. It's such a nice sound. It does work really well with a lot of things. There's also the very classic like M1 piano, the one that... it's like the main piano of this. It sounds... Sounds quite unrealistic, but when you throw it in like a bunch of like... If you do something crazy like, 1 second. No, 1 octave up. Just throw that on top of like a bunch of like kick drums every single beat and suddenly you've got house music. Yeah, the Korg M1 was definitely like the house music synthesizer and all that. I think nowadays Korg cells are really... I mean, Korg made a VST for that like 21 years ago now. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how long ago they made the VST for that. It was around in the Windows XP days. It's really functional. I think there's a pretty large amount of like indie game developers actually that will just use it like on their music. Heck, I think even like Sonic Team was using it in like the 2010s. It's definitely used in Sonic Mania. What was the Brass of Power that was there? Brass of Power. Where was... yeah, this one. Oh, it's muted. It's just a pretty good, instrument, yeah. Self-explanatory. I didn't find it very self-explanatory personally. I feel like I didn't really understand the way the programs versus the combis and how the browser worked. It took me a little bit to figure it out. But once you figure it out, it's a pretty cool thing to use. I think it's pretty inexpensive too for how much is on it. I think Korg typically sells it at like $50. Although they're more expensive, they do have more expensive stuff somewhere. They recently made a... Yeah, it's like $50. They recently made like a Trinity, a Korg Trinity VST recently. I think there was literally, I probably had a stream literally like 10 months ago, 8 months ago, where I was like, Korg, please make the Trinity VST, and then they did. What I'm most interested in is probably a 01 VST. It's a lesser known Korg thing that they used between the M1 and the Trinity, but it's all over like Sonic games and Castlevania games and lots of like late 90s stuff, mid 90s stuff. I'm procrastinating. Okay, I believe that this is over here, so maybe I can hold on. What's a measure here? It's got to be 160. 160. Minako's asked boss rated at it. Well, I'm pretty sure they're just really good at VSTs. They're gonna make a. I'm pretty sure they're eventually gonna make They will surely eventually make one for the Korg 01. And then after that, it's gonna be pretty solved. I think everything Korg used a lot in video games is gonna be all turned into a VST by then. And then it's time to start yelling at Yamaha. Yamaha, you start doing stuff too! Yeah, they don't really make romplers anymore. I think romplers are just kind of like... I think nobody... There's not really demand for them anymore unless you're a weirdo like me. When you look up like... orchestra stuff anymore, nowadays all the orchestra stuff is... Well, first, you need to download... East West Symphonic Orchestra, and you got this huge orchestra VST, and you're good. Or you are interested in electronic music, in which case your tutorials tell you gotta make the sounds yourself. You gotta brain your way through everything and gotta make every single sound yourself. You gotta use these Ableton stuff, and nobody really nobody uses pre-made sounds anymore. Okay, I think I want to cut that, and then, okay. Then copy this over here, and then... This is, truck is here. Yeah, so truck, I think the MGS stuff is not for quite a while longer, so I'll just move this over here for now. You gotta open your lot and buy 500 USD in contact and hope your PC runs it. Yeah. I don't know. It seems there's a bit of like a very mild... Maybe it's just my little echo chamber bubble though. It seems there's a little bit of renewed interest in romplers, but it might just be my personal neck of the woods. Oh. Okay, I think what it was just this here. I see the issue. Yep, I see the issue. In 2010, there were still some ROM players. I know Roland had something called the Integra 7, I think is what it was called. But I think it's the last major one. At least the last major one by a big company, at least. Maybe there's some smaller companies doing weird stuff nobody's heard of with ROM players, but... okay. Then switch to the cursor, and then they'll just copy this here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, and then just a bit of this. This little chunk here is from I don't know where, but it's from here, so I'm just gonna copy that. Put it over here. There you go. Reminds me to Bomberman Hero. I heard that one had a really good drum and bass kind of soundtrack. It's a little loud. It's a little loud. I forgot I literally have an option to just lower it right here. I was like, where's the volume? Where's the fader? I'm using a slightly older version of Cubase that doesn't really show the faders very well. On the track at least. It's probably a little better. Okay. It's just taking me a little while to copy this over. And yeah, in the future, I guess I'm not gonna take on this weird task of like copying stuff over to new dolls. It would appear then that I have simply copied this over, so like this. Yeah. Is that it? Am I just doing that over and over? Looks like that is all I'm doing. Let's go. Copy that for infinity. Cubase only. Oh, right, because Steinberg. I never really thought about that. I never ran into that, but that sounds like a thing that could definitely happen. Copy you and throw you here. I'm gonna duplicate you and then just like... How exactly do I reverse stuff in here? Reverse. Audio processes reverse. I'm getting like a weird like audio here. The project contains events that use the same audio material as the events in the editor of this processing control. So I don't know what that means. Okay, now I know what that means. Why are we... Cubase, what are you doing? I see, okay. And is that how we're gonna repeat this? No, there's still another thing to repeat. Gosh. Why did I put so much effort into this weird thing that I'm doing? Is that enough? All the way until about there. Okay. Move you over here. I'm just trying. This is fairly uninteresting to watch, I'm pretty sure. I'm just copying stuff over from the D&B thing I did 3 weeks ago. I wonder if I could just... No, there's no way I can just copy the events from Cubase over to... Or from Ableton over to Cubase. Gah. Okay, well, it doesn't gotta be perfect. Don't gotta be perfect. Was it, here? Yeah, I think it was that over there, then. And then another one of these. And then another one of these. Another snare here. I was bought by Adobe and that became Audition. Everything that involves Adobe and Apple is just like a mystery to me. It's a little annoying to look at like some mid-2000s video game music and it's mostly just stuff that's kind of like impossible to reproduce because it's all like really old like Apple Logic Pro libraries that like don't exist anymore. I think they're reasonably archived somewhere on the internet today that you can probably kind of reproduce them, but it's also just kind of a weird amount of like combo of FL Studio and what was called Fruity Loops. It's not still called. Wait, it's not still called Fruity Loops. Sounds like lets you convert from Ableton Live to Cubase. I do wonder what the result of that would be. In terms of like, I feel like it. I wonder how much farther I have left to go. Oh, I do have a crash in here too. Shoot, I forgot I had a crash in here. Where did I put the crash? Humana, 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 na na na, humana na. How many measures is this anyway? So starting off at 9 until about 25. That looks like, that sounds like 16 to me. So there's around the 16 mark over here that okay, so... Yeah. Then there's this little thing here. LNS. 3D anime convention. Perfect kind of stream to unwind to. If it is a good stream to unwind to, I'm happy about that. I think it's going to be kind of weird and messy, but weird not really getting a whole lot of much done, but I'll try my best. Hopefully it was a fun convention. For some reason nowadays when I go to anime conventions, I usually just kind of feel silly afterwards. It's after having done them for enough times, it kind of feels like mostly the same, but also, I don't know. Mostly the same, progressively more corporate over time though, and I don't know. It's not quite what it used to be, which is both a good and a bad thing. After walking like non-stop for 3 days and going absolutely wild. Dang, you absolutely wild? It's actually kind of uncommon for me to go to an anime convention with people because I don't really know anybody to go to anime conventions with. I don't know anyone to go to these things with, so nowadays I'm just kind of like, See, there's like 4 and an 8. So here. This could work. I'm gonna use that over here. So around 25 to about 29, so 4 bars of this kind of, okay. Okay, and so around like... Okay, I see the issue. We're gonna cut this over here. Gonna move you here, and we're just gonna sew 16 to 19. Aha, and then just repeat you over here. And copy a million times. Hello, Mikanse18. The trick is to go once, do some notable things, people remember you. How do you do notable things? So many people recognize you from previous years, like what the frick, how? Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how. On stage at some pianos. Sheesh. I thought I was a social animal just for going to these things in the first place. I got a musical talent. No, I don't. I'm doing weird music production stuff, but it's fairly... I haven't played an instrument in a little while. I should. I know I should, but I'm just in this weird phase right now. Seems like it's the whole 3 bars? Bar and a half, really? So I want these, just bar and a half. And then there's this weird over this one thing over here. This one over here. Drum break in the net. What is that supposed to be? Drum loop in the net over here. That's what it was, yeah, over here. I wish I could just copy this and place it here. I could always just consolidate these and then I could just... actually that's an option. I feel stupid now. I could consolidate these. It would look quite silly, but I could do that. Oh, I don't know. I could definitely do that. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to getting where I was a second ago, though. Okay, so then what I could do in here is 4 bars from, no, 3 bars from that, and then 3 bars from, there. So right after that little break there. And then, yeah, copy this again. Copy these 4, and then there's a whole console startup thingy. I had this one reversed. Audio processors reverse. What else did I do with this? Did I lower the pitch of this? I did not lower the pitch of it or anything. Where's the other startup thingy? One shot. Oh, I should probably explain what this even is. Yeah, this is a... This pack here, this bunch of samples I'm working with come from a more modern D&B, modern but also throwback artist called Pizza Hotline, and they released like a bunch of samples and I was playing around with the other day. So after the 4th one of these, until about 4... 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3... Ooh, my counting is off. Okay, so from 4 to... Okay. No, it was around like... Here? Yeah, here. Gotta reverse this one too. Audio processes reverse. Okay. I've just been procrastinating a little bit. Like, where's the crash? There was a crash a second ago. A Crash Bandicoot. Not a real Crash Bandicoot. A crash symbol. Goes over here. Crash that goes, whoa! Whoa! Oh wait, I did reverse this. That's right, I did reverse this. I reversed this one too. Raise the volume of this anyways. Maybe I should add some chord to this instead. Yeah, I'll add some chord to this instead. It's not exactly... I could add the MIDI from before, or I could also... I didn't have a whole lot in the first place. Yeah, I'm thinking I should add some cork to this instead. I'll do some cork stuff instead. I don't know if the setup I had before is all that perfect. No, I just need to somehow... This shouldn't be too difficult, actually. It's just the snare, then it's 4 snares, and then the bass. Okay, so... Just gonna copy and put this like here. And then just have a bunch of snares. Like, I guess... Like here... Oh, no, like here? I don't know what this is supposed to look like, actually. Oh, I'm too zoomed out. I'm too zoomed out. Oh, it's like right around... After these 2, these 4... Here? Here, okay. Or... Huh? Nope, they've got to be a lot more... What do you call it? Not subdivided. They've got to have the little more... Like this. Okay, now we're kind of... no, there's another reversed. I had a little too fun with this last time and I'm angry. I'm angry about that now. I had too much fun with this last time. Okay, another little crash here. Another little wool here. Okay. And then where's... Let's copy these 2 kicks here. And okay. Copy the 2 kicks over here. Okay. I'll just copy a bass here. Bass. On bar 16. Am I mumbling too much? I'm mumbling too much. I could do something else. I will... Someday when I'm... Creative process. I don't know if this is much of a creative process just because... Well, I guess the issue is more like I'm getting too in the zone and I forget to mumble in the first place. I think I want to get back to this project, but I'm going to do that like off stream or something instead. Instead, I'm going to redo this with a new DMV. I'm going to try a new DMV from scratch. A new DMV from scratch. Using 2 different chords. And a single Roland. In fact, this is going to be all VSTs, because what the heck. I got hardware. I should use hardware, actually. I feel obligated to use the hardware synthesizers because Otherwise, they're just gonna collect dust. So I will. Well, I want cork. Well, I actually have a cork currently on. I'll just try to use that. Wait 1 second. Oh, well. Anywho, I'll switch projects to a new one. Close the old one. There you go. And now I'm just going to go add some stuff I hear through. I wonder if I can like add. This computer music. No one can see me. There are so many folders. There's so many folders in my music folder. Ah, here it is. Add favorite. Okay, now I've got a bunch of stuff to choose here. Looks like my audio is not working the way it should. Why in the world is audio not working the way I want it to? Out 1, out 2. Let's... So I think the audio works not in this thing over here, but not... Why? There's like a preview part inside of Cubase that will show me how something should sound, except it's not sounding the way I want it to. It's not showing, it's not playing. Cubase, media, tab. Oh, media bay, no sound. Any monitor base? Okay, so I'm gonna go through fixing some technical issues here. Grr. Well, this is called the control room. It's called the control room. That's not gonna help me. Audio connections. Monitor. Oh, monitor. Okay. Okay, well, that's seems to be working now. Exclusive audio, limiting it to just the timeline. Basically was, I think. Well, I found a way, I think that works, but... Okay, guess for starters, we're gonna go with this simple beat over here. I'll edit it some more later, but... Well, actually, let me just copy that over here. Cut out this section here. take the snare here and double it a little. Well, hold on. Ooh, the BPM is messed up. Oh no. 160. Let's go to 160. There you go. I'll take the first part of this out. I'll, for no reason at all, copy the snare in twice here. Then I'll copy this here. That could get me started. No, I'll add another pause here. Where would I add a pause? Where's the bass kick again? Copy you. And I'll add the snare in again, like twice. I don't know if that's working the way I was hoping it for it to. Hold on. What if instead I just... Oh, right, that might work for a simple kick and snare for now. And then I'll just copy that over. And at the very end, I'll make this really... I'll make it an electronic drum roll. Actually, there's some cool automation I could do here where I could also, when I've got this kind of drum roll here, I can like lower the lower the temperature. Ah, yes, I am become Weatherman. I'm gonna lower the volume or something. I don't know what kind of effect that would have, but I guess we'll check real quick and see what would happen. Just add double bass drum. Yeah, just go Metallica time. How shall I play with these? I want like a hat of some sort. I know these kinds of packs usually come with a bunch of synthesizer-y stuff too. But I'm like, I don't need that. I have my own synthesizer. I love their few circle samples. Me too. This is my discovery of the whole thing that I just like overlooked the whole time. I'll try this. This could be really cool. Ooh, I like that. I'll just hold on. I will use only part of this. copy you over here. I'll lower the pitch of this a second too, like down to. Yeah, that's very Metal Gear Solid 2 sounding. Yeah, this is apparently called GoldenEye in the library here. The Metal Gear Solid one, there's a Metal Gear Solid 2 label on here. It was the one I was using in the last attempt. Yeah, the pack here is pretty on the nose with some names here. I'm not really sure if all these are taken from the exact games or if some of these are... Some are probably from the games and some of them are probably just kind of made in a similar sounding style. There's this one called Meryl. Where you know Meryl is, I guess, like a character from Metal Gear Solid 1. What's this? Tomb Raider? This is called Tomb Raider. Oh, what the heck? I'll throw so-called Tomb Raider 1 and 2. Now we're really into that like ice cave like thing going on now. Ice cave. I'll cut this again, then I'll raise the pitch of it a second time. I'll raise the pitch of this part. What will that do? I don't know. Let's find out. It's a very ice cave, I guess. Oh, very ice cave. Alright, well, I'm gonna add, I'm gonna go to that one Korg VST I was talking a while ago. Wait. I got a Korg on my desk. Oh my gosh. I mean, now this sounds very 90s. This is a very 90s synthesizer, so it's gonna sound a little... How should I call it? Cheesy, I think. But we'll see, I guess, how this, I need, audio to loop in from it. And then a pack of wolves jump at you. What do I do to get the... It's not even like sending at all. Is my MIDI controller not connected? What could my MIDI controller be connected to, I wonder? MIDI, control, no. There's my MIDI controller connected too. What the heck? That's a little confusing. I didn't just cut that off a second ago, that was something else. So I don't really know where this is going right now. I'm gonna... unplug and replug in or something. MIDI. Studio set up. Ah, there we go. Micro key 2 out. Micro key 2 in. You sure about that? Okay, well, I'm gonna save and then reopen this, I suppose. That's kind of weird. Why are we not connected? That's really weird. That's really random to just break on me like this. Okay, I gotta fully close this. And then I will volume slider off. It shouldn't be. I don't think it would be. There is no volume slider for the MIDI, so that's so weird. MIDI, please take! I'm just going to do my full desktop capture. So this is my full desktop capture. Any really crazy, incriminating things would be here right now. And I get to see me doing technical difficulty debugging. Oh boy. Ah! Micro key 2. Why you no work? All MIDI inputs. Well, how about micro key 2? Why not? All MIDI inputs. It's like not even... It's not even registering yet. What's going on here? It's quite weird. I wonder if Ableton would be able to read the MIDI. No. It's my system being weird. What the heck? It's my system being weird. Oh, MIDI works in Ableton now. Oh, we're good now. Just had to unplug it and plug it in back twice for some reason. Cool. Find a weird, I'm gonna try to find a pad of some sort to work with. Just listening to this now, I can't imagine this is going to work very well. This will be a challenge. This will be a challenge. This is probably my oldest, or one of my oldest things on my desk is this cork. Don't know if it's going to sound very good with the D&B, but what the heck. Orchestral hit woke my neurons. Yeah, where was it? It was, There it was. I'm pretty sure that's the orchestra hit used in Mega Man 8 at least. Alright. Let's try to find something. A lumba. I always found orchestral hits so stupid, but I can't just not love them. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any words. I totally get that. I totally get that. I gotta pick a key for this song anyways. What kind of key would I go for? Hmm. 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 For pads, I could kind of just used. Actually, don't even know if I'm okay. Well. Anyways, I'm just gonna start with the. Where's the Trinity? I'm gonna go with the Korg Trinity, which is a little newer. I will just find a simple pad of some sort to throw in the background with this. You know what? It'll do. Yeah, this is a really. They certainly want you to use this pad because it's at the very beginning of the Wii Fit initialization placement pad. Yeah, maybe. I actually think Wii Fit probably used a later Korg for that possible thing. Maybe. Hello, Tumek. Okay, well I got an idea there. Well, that's fine. No worries. If I was here for the banging work. Yeah, don't worry about that because the first hour I was here, I was kind of just spent messing around getting an older project moved into Cubase, and I'm probably just gonna not gonna. I'm gonna do something new today. I'm gonna just do new stuff. Yes. Let's clean up this stuff here. Let's see, I could have a cool base here somewhere. Necessary repairing old projects that do be like that. Taking an old driving from stuff from 2013, I sucked. I've been there. Anything goes around. Oh, it's A here. C, C, G, I could do like a, I don't know, F around somewhere. I could do D here. That's kind of like a... if I do a C sharp somewhere, that'd be pretty cool. This would make it kind of like a C sharp. I don't know. What would it sound like? This will be important to establish the tonality, so I will simply have the tonic in the bass for this chord, tonic being the first note of the chord, so I'll just be repeating a note. This is kind of a weird, just kind of messing with notes to have a fun sounding chord progression that won't necessarily make sense from a music theory perspective. Hello, Gilbert. That chord progression feels like it would work really well for a transition later, but for now, I'm gonna make it a little simpler. Maybe I'll just go with like a more simple... Yeah, that's a pretty decent start. Already sounds like decent second monitor background music. Outrun 3. Interesting. This is the kind of thing that might be in video game music, yeah. I'm just gonna let this loop for a little now. And just try to find an instrument that could, like, complement this well, maybe. Definitely kind of, well, what is it called? 2000 style or whatever. It's a little too loud, I think. Technically second monitor because my TV's plugged into this computer and I watch music on the big screen. I'm on the big screen, whoa! I didn't imagine that happening. I think I screwed up the, like... Interlude between missions or Space Agent Sonic. Ah, I can see it. Yeah, Sonic used a lot of little drum and bass loops, and I don't know of any. Actually, yeah, even Sonic Adventure used a lot of those actually, and Sonic really started using a lot of those. I think there's a drum and bass pack still being sold today that uses something that I heard from Sonic Heroes. I have this saved as kind of like a... saved as a, note for myself later, but... I found one of the samples used in Sonic Heroes the other day by... oh, where was it? Zero... was it total drum and bass? It was this. Could be kind of loud. I heard this the other day, running through a bunch of samples, and I just like had a neuron activation moment of, that's the first boss in Sonic Adventure, Sonic Heroes! After the ocean, after the first two stages in Sonic Heroes, and you fight Eggman and this is like the particular weird contraption he's in, it just goes... it just starts off like with nothing but that drum loop, I think. In fact, I want to find a video of this actually. It stands out so much. Like, just grab a quick example of that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you can remember the way that sounds, give me just 1 second. Sonic Heroes first boss. I remember specifically being Anghawk because I tried singing it out loud when I was little. My eldest is Scott. I'm sorry for laughing. That's gotta be a very embarrassing memory to have. I'm sorry you have that. At the same time, I had a little giggle. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's like this one. Yeah, I just heard that like da, 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 da. Yeah, this is from a drum and bass loop, and it just Oh, it is too quiet. Okay, hold on. Shoot.
Stop your futile...
I'm having like bounce the like audio back and forth between in an annoying way that I can't keep doing that, but yeah. I remember playing that when I was little, just being like, anyways. Latent memory. I just get like a weird like Pavlovian response or something. Oh yeah, there's also a really strange, there's a really wild, oh, I don't think I have it saved anywhere, but there was, in one sample pack I was going through, I found this on, I heard the Sonic Adventure, to the like, before like the main menu starts. It's the one before Live and Learn. In like the first 2 seconds of it. Like, sheesh, even that's from a sample. What is it from a sample? It's all samples. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could find it. Yeah, it's from a sample pack. Called Best Service. It's a very silly, really weird name. very strange. Where the heck can I find like XX large? It sounds really weird. I can't just find the. Yeah, and the very end of this is like the Sonic Adventure thingy. There's like a comment of someone saying Crush 4011 Learn. Even that's from a sample. Even that's from a sample. Oh. That's one of those like, what the heck? That's where it's from? Some weird... Well, it's not this one, but it's a different one, but still same idea. Oh, I see what else. I was so confused for a second. Oh, yeah. There you go. I got confused at my own graph. Nickelback would hate that. I wonder if I can automate like... Nobody will see it as a free sample sound. It's now the Sonic sound. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you use something long enough, it just becomes yours. It's just your thing now. You know this a lot with other VTubers too, because there's like some like royalty-free music for VTubers that when you like look at the comment section, it's all just people going, "Oh, I know when Rushia had this song," or I know when Fauna, that was the name. I know when Fauna had this one. You sure content is one of the biggest music of your career. I believe that is considered evil. I believe that is evil. Wasn't there like another... What could I do to like change the volume of this? I don't know if I can... I wonder if I can... automate the transpose? I wonder if I can automate. Did you just call me evil? Yes, I called you evil. You're evil now. You're evil. You're so evil. Insanely evil. Transpose automate. Of course, if you fire back with the I'm literally neurodivergent and also, well, if you were a minor, I would kick you, but like out of the chat. But I know you're not, so. Okay, well, if that wasn't, I would just go, oh, okay, all right. The meme doesn't work in my chat. My example, frick. Munich will come up with a better, snappy response. Oh no, I've got nothing. I guess I'm just washed. Oh well. Add a transpose track. What is that? Audio. I'm not diagnosed, so I don't feel good saying that, but I guarantee you're probably to some extent. Okay, that's another meme I know. Yeah, I know that one. That's the old, what is it called? The undiagnosed, but pretty sure. I think I'm technically undiagnosed, but every doctor I've spoken to is just like, oh yeah, you got that. You got ADHD. Does Cubase not have a way to automate the transpose, really? Watching music for some milliseconds will... Thank you for the insult. Sheesh. Sheesh. Random AoE attack much? Random AoE attack. Well, shoot. It doesn't seem like there's actually a way to automate, like, the transpose of the chat. Sheesh. I mean, I guess I could also just lower this one. What would happen if I did that? That's reasonable enough. I mean, it could also just be extra and, like, cut this up even more and then, like, throw this at 1, 2, 3. Just do automation the old-fashioned way. 5, 6, 7. Okay, how's this sound? Close enough. Actually, it's not too bad. Now, can I add, like, any instrument would actually work well with this? This sounds like a... It's kind of a decent idea. Now that I need to add like some... Just realized I don't have any hi-hat kind of stuff. That's kind of strange. Well... Whoa, what happened there? That sounds like a different... That sounds like a different type of famous drum break, but different. Drum break, hi-hat. Next, you're gonna tell me low shoes. I got terrible news for you. Terrible news for you. Low shoes. How about I just like throw this in here? I'll just take out like bits and pieces of this like this. That could work. This is very cave, very cavernous. Okay, well. One of the things I could do is like... little excessive on the... little excessive on the... I don't know how to finish that thought. this is a part where I could possibly use. Okay, so for a base. Nine reels in 5 minutes. That should be watchable. That should be watchable. Reels are like, what, 30 seconds or something? You don't gotta watch more than 30 seconds on them anyways. And so that's, yeah, it's pretty doable. That felt like enabling like a drug addict for a second. What exactly is too loud here? I'm so bad at mixing. I'm so bad at mixing. Something is like too loud here and I can't tell what it is. I'd be having a gap period between classes and then I go to the library to work on computers, but instead of actually doing my homework, I just scroll and my time goes by instantly. Yeah, that sounds like a problem. I don't know. It was like that even last decade too, though, with like social media. It was kind of similar. Honestly, scrolling has been an issue for a long time now, if I think about it. It's just scrolling happens a little more on the phones than it used to, but scrolling was still an issue with social media. I remember social media just being an issue in general. At least with like scrolling anything else, you might feel more fulfillment, I think. Keybase in general is pretty quiet. Well, now I guess I'll lower this. I shall lower this. Honestly, for like a lot of like D&B, like modern day made D&B stuff I find on YouTube, this is actually pretty decent in and of itself, which is, I don't like that because I want a little more in it. I want a little more in it. It happens when I'm already tired and you live in Simon's do instantly. Yeah, that's definitely the worst combination. That's like a guaranteed combination to make you do like nothing useful with that time. Because you feel the sense of like procrastination, but also like you can afford to procrastinate, but I absolutely have that issue though, where deadline in like a few hours, it's like, okay, I can work right now. Deadline never. I might work on it, but if a deadline isn't like a long enough time away from now, it's like it gives me pressure, but it's not enough pressure to do the thing in a really weird way. Needs to be studied for real. Deadline never in the bin. It goes, okay, I was joking, but like it's like, oh, I don't know how to explain it. I get a weird sense to procrastinate, not just because of like I mean, there's two types of procrastination. One procrastination is when you're actually doing fun stuff. And one type of procrastination is when you're not doing fun stuff. You're just scrolling for, you don't really know why. I get like that too. I don't know what it is. It's like a not fun procrastination where it's like you're not enjoying yourself. You're like constantly stressed about the project that's existing, but then you're neither able to have fun procrastinating or do the work at hand. You're just kind of like wasting time for no reason. That's what I have issue with, and I've always had issue with that for a long time, and I hate that. Yeah, the weight of the work hit too hard, but not enough to start the assignment. Yeah, it's weird. For that. 3 drama stories tomorrow for test Tuesday. 3 stories? How long are they? That sounds rough. For test Tuesday, yeah, that sounds dreadful. You're cooking. I don't know if I'm cooking. I don't know if I'm cooking at all. Hello, Jack Jaguar. I think I said hello. Oh, I'll say hello again. It's not recording. What the heck? Oh, I see. Roll with this one, maybe. They're a few pages long. Some things are awful, but it's going to be hard memories and 3 of them in a day. Yeah, that sounds difficult for sure, yeah. Memorizing stuff in general. He hate that so much. Oh, I hate it so much. I'll just call it jazz. Nintendo Entertainment System. I hate the Nintendo Entertainment System. Grr, grumble, 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 grumble. Thank you for stopping by, and hope you have a good night. Nintendo. Not lining up like I wanted them to. Shush, 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 shush. Right, there we go. That F has got to be a higher note. Genuinely like your music, keep up. Oh, thank you. I could probably stand to just like make a silly drum and bass playlist at some point on YouTube with this, honestly. Probably gonna grab another drum and bass, thing also to combine with this, but yeah, I think at minimum I could stand to do some drum and bass at least. It's like a playlist. I'll call it like a, I don't know, what do people usually call this, like background music to listen to? I think it's pretty easy to make, but then again, there's a lot of knowledge I'm also just kind of assuming if I know it, others can learn it too, which is kind of a fallacy, I guess. Got to be a little earlier. This isn't really much of a melody, it's kind of an improvisation, but then again, that's not necessarily terrible, I guess. Super drained from today, but I hope you enjoy making music for the rest of the night. Oh, thank you. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good night. I'll be myself ending pretty soon, too. But yeah, hope you get a good night of sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Not too bad, actually. Now if I can just find a good base to go with this, we might have something here. Can't seem to get the bass to actually... I can hear it, but it's not really prominent, not very loud. It's very quiet. How do I get the... Oh, thanks for the follow, Boomy Light. I'm reading that right, 1 second. Oh, thank you for the follow, thank you so much, welcome, welcome. I don't really know how to explain what I'm doing here. I guess what I'm making is drum and bass right now. I suppose at this point my stream title might be a little out of date because the whole idea of the stream was to take an older song and update it, but I'm just working from scratch for a new one right now. It's just simple drum and bass though. Okay, so look at the chords again real quick. So the C major, CSS2 chord. I'll just focus on the lower notes of all of these. No, the second chord could be cool. Make that an A. And the bottom one is, let's see, F, C, G sharp. That would make it an F minor chord, actually. Shoot. Focus on the specific parts off stream. Yeah, that could be cool. I don't know. Honestly, just do more like jam sessions like on stream could be an idea. I'll come up with like fun stuff and then I'll do the more work stuff like on days I'm not streaming. Is a lie I will tell myself because the days I'm not streaming, I'll probably just do like video game music research and stuff instead. I mean, I could also spend the time... I don't know, I'm starting to form the ideas in my head of like a Mega Man like music explanation video. I don't know if I have enough information to make that work, but that was one thing I was thinking of. Could be cool to do specific videos where I talk about not just the music theory, but also the like information behind the music of a game. That's it could be a pretty long video if I do that. But that's an idea I'm having lately. I don't know how many of those I'll get around to doing because it does sound like a pretty big undertaking though. Since Monday is a low energy day, what would suit you best in research making music? Honestly at this point I'm probably dealing with more technical issues. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm probably more likely to either putz around with virtual machines some more to try to actually get a program to communicate with one of my synths. That would technically be related to research because it's necessary for figuring something out about a Mega Man game. Or I could do more planning for my Japan trip later because there's a lot of things to figure out still. I'm a little... I feel like I'm too busy, but I'm also not at the same time. How is this possible? Over here. 1, 2... I think the subdivision here is a little too... There you go. Maybe if I... That's not long enough. That's also not quite there. Shouldn't have quantized it on the 16th beat. Too busy working 10 hours a day. True. I regularly think about the fact that I was, my first 2 years, well, 2020, 2021, I was unemployed for a lot of it, so I could have really used a lot of that time for streaming and weird stuff, but also I didn't have money, and that's necessary to do a lot of the stuff that I do, so... yeah, I don't really know what I could have done about that. What the heck? I'll move this over. Monkey ball music where I'm screaming my lungs out because I keep falling out loud. Stupid monkey. Ah! I should play monkey ball again. I know that has a lot of like D&B in it, yeah. I played a little bit of Monkey Ball on stream before I debuted back in like 2021 actually, but it's been a while. I wanna play some Super Monkey Ball. Super Monkey Ball. Hello, John Doe. Hello, hello. Dun, dun, dun. Is the year of replaying classics. Every year is. Every year is the year of replaying classics. Wish it was a little louder. Now, what exactly could I do? I want one more instrument from... I guess I could just double the bass and just like really aggressively throw some extra bass on. Go faster. Yes. I'll have another instrument from this synthesizer over here. What will I add here? I have no clue. Probably just a sound effect of some sort. I could do an orchestra hit. I could do an orchestra hit. Oh, that would be terrible. Do it. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't want to. It would be so funny though. Too cheesy. Oh, what about your name? Yeah, they're not really for jungle. Although I feel like they've been... I'm gonna be honest. When I hear an orchestra hit, I think of Undertale nowadays, honestly, more than anything else. My parents' old keyboard had the sound. Yeah, I probably did. Look to yes for good applications of orchestra hits. I think I will not. That sounds very, very, very aggressively declining. I don't mean it to be aggressive, but I'm gonna look to Mega Man 8 for applications of orchestra hits. That's where this orchestra hit came from. This one is used in Mega Man 8. Oh, well, no, actually. The Mega Man 8 orchestra hit is Cork, the Mega Man and bass orchestra hit is Roland. Absolute autism levels of information that nobody really cares about. I wonder if the doctors are wrong. Maybe I am autistic. I'm gonna be honest, when I hear this in the great 2026, I think of the Undertale Toby Fox dog, honestly. I don't know why. I just think of the Undertale Toby Fox dog when I hear the orchestra hit. It sounds like a dog bark. It sounds like a weird, like, postmodern dog bark. The condolences. No, it's funny. It's funny. Hello. Could you fit a saxophone in jungle? Well, it'd be called jazzy jungle, you probably could. For orchestra hit. Yeah, there's no orchestra. No, I took them out. Don't worry. Do you ever just get tired of the same chord progression over and over? A nice loop is nice and all, but also... A nice loop is nice and all, but sometimes I get a little bit of like... Add some variation, dang. Now, what would I do for a variation? I don't know. A variation would be a different drum beat entirely. How about, I'm gonna end fairly soon, unfortunately, but I'll add another drum beat of some sort. T-minus 8 minutes till the end of the world. No! Oh, it's all over. This could work. No. This could work. No, I gotta have that not. No. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Hold on. Mmm. Hmm. I could skip this here. And I could extend these just a little bit. And that could be the loop. It's a little too experimental though. Yeah, I don't know about that. No, I thought I had something there. No. But I could just also do this, maybe. Intro to what? This is something in the middle. Yeah, it's serviceable, perhaps, and I'll do this here. Yeah, this can be like a little interlude here. This is a weird part where I'm going to throw a melody on top real quick. I've got a few minutes left, but I'll try to throw something on. Whoa, what's happening there? What the heck are we doing here? It's not very melodic. What are we doing here? Try something in the middle. Yeah, maybe in the middle. I'll do a weird little bass line here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how all synthesizers really work though. I don't know. Quantize this a bit. Okay, line up, line up, line up. Line up. I'm not entirely sold on this. I'm not entirely sold on this one, but oh, it's really fourths. Nah, I'm trying another Trinity for that one. No, I'll do another instrument. Another Trinity. Another VST. Another instance of a VST. Anything about your head. So blase to me is not there. I wouldn't call it blase. It's more like I just kind of tune it out a little bit. I have a little bit on just so it doesn't feel like the silence in my music streams is so particularly out there, you know? It's not interfering with me, no worries. Dang, is that a 90s sound or what? I prefer it. That feels like a Windows sound. That one sounds like such a Windows sound. It is now safe to turn on your computer. Concentration. No. Not an issue. That is Macintosh. Yeah, you're right. That is Macintosh. That is quite the change. It's cool, but it doesn't fit the mood at all. real curse of any music making whatsoever is coming up with a really good loop and just not breaking out of it. There's ways to get around this, there's ways to get through it. They're always tricky. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Any memes, well, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna end around here because I have to go to sleep. Just work in the morning tomorrow. Well, I'll just let this play a little bit longer. I'll actually just raise this a little bit. Ah, the good old raise everything raise everything up to semitones, raise everything down to semitones. My lazy attempt at chord progression rating when I'm truly stuck. It was just called Startup and I forgot who made it. Maybe Blank Banshee might be what you're thinking of? I'm not sure though. Blank Banshee. This isn't terrible actually. That's not too bad actually. I mean, there's some room for improvement here, but I'm not really sure what I would do here. Okay. Actually, before I end things off, actually, I'm gonna go switch to a previous song. Oh yeah. Switch to that previous song that I was a fan of, that I didn't really get anywhere with. I was a fan of this. It's kind of funny. This bassline MIDI draw looks kind of like a cigarette. Kind of looks like one. I don't know. It's kind of funny how that works. That was not the intent. I do not smoke. I do not. No smoking. No smoking. I don't want to smoke. I mean, it looks cool. It does look really cool, but no. I'm not entirely sure it would actually make me cool. See, I don't suppose I'm gonna find anyone doing music over... Girl can make me to go smoking image ice bloodshot. Not ice bloodshot, what are you doing? Shades, that would work. That would work. Okay, yeah. It's kind of funny. My computer is slowing down, so it's sending the MIDI signals to my synthesizer a lot slower, and that's causing some lagging sounds. I don't suppose I'm gonna find a whole lot of... No VTubers in the music category all really... Wait, that's plural VTubers, am I stupid? Should rate this person. Only 3! And we're all singing. Is it raining outside? It's raining! Wonderful. Binaural beats. I'm not rating binaural beats. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I don't want to go to sleep. Of course I'm going to go take a melatonin just to make sure I can sleep. Well, if I sleep well, which is a big if because I usually don't on a Sunday night, but if I sleep well, I will probably stream again tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be more music or if it'll be finishing up Castlevania. One of those two things. And of course, if I just do not fall asleep at all, that will be Tuesday. It's a possibility either way. I don't know if I'm gonna go find anyone to raid very well. Not gonna find anyone as always, so I will head out around here. Thank you so much everyone for stopping by my stream today, silly and strange though it was. It'd be nice to... Yeah, I mean at this point this is just a weekly affair for me, so... Yeah, I'll do some more stuff next time I come around for this. It means a lot to me that you all spent time with me. It's been fun. There was a neat idea that I came up with. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be nice to see you all again later. Thank you for stopping by, Buck. Thank you for stopping by, Logmaster. Thank you for stopping by, Dingo Cruise. Thank you for stopping by, Fortunan, Bolobonga. And everyone sticking around to the end. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a good night. Hope you all have a good day. As good a day as Monday can be. I hate Mondays. But yeah. Means a lot to me you spend time with me. Love y'all. See you later. Bye bye.